Hold on, yeah, I had to put my wig on real quick, you know. It's one of them days that a girl goes through. If you guys come in here, let me know if you can hear me clear. I am not burning my Palo Santo yet, but let's get this reading started off with the cheers. Boom. Yes, it's Wednesday. I understand that. So to start off this reading, right, I was getting that energy of you plays no games. You don't play with people. You don't play with people when it comes to your bread. You don't play with people when it comes to your well-being. And because of that, you are a powerhouse, a one-woman or one-man army, you know. So let's see what the cards have for us today, because we already know you don't play no games. The past is giving passes and regrets. Maybe a baby mother or a baby father is mad that you broke a cycle and chose to love yourself at the end of the day. You broke these toxic patterns. Yeah. You know, baby mamas, baby daddies always gotta be mad because they expect you to, you know, I hate them type of people, or I dislike those type of people that want you to suffer because why you decided not to stick around and settle and take the bare minimum, right? They're definitely watching you, and this nigga trying to see, or this woman trying to see, oh, what I could take. Because they feel like, I feel like they want to take your sexual energy. That's what it's giving. The cards don't lie. I wrote these myself. So yeah, they trying to see who they can destroy, right? But this person wants to, I guess, feed off your sexual energy because they feel like that door is still open. But they're dealing with another feminine energy, so... Oh, I didn't know it was going in that direction. Like, I'm just reading, I'm just saying what comes to my mind. Like, yeah, they're dealing, look, feminine keep popping up. Maybe this is somebody that they're on and off with. Like, if they find somebody new, they go back to this person. Then if that new person pissed them off, they go back to the old person. So it's like, it don't matter how many new people come. It's like the constant in their life. You know, the consistent person that stick around for the bullshit. Like, you know, that toxic person who's used to their bullshit and accepts the bare minimum. You may have had a realization about this because, you know, when you have these connections with people, you can feel when they're dealing with other people. A woman don't need proof. Yes, the energy alone gives you all the proof you need. So if you're dealing with somebody and you could sense, they call it woman's intuition, but no, you could sense when a nigga or a woman, hi Jules, you could sense, right? You could, hi Ashley, we can sense. They say woman's intuition, but we can sense when a man is dealing with somebody else, and we don't need to have the proof. So they be thinking we stupid. It's the energy. Like, you could tell when you're attached to somebody else. Hi Lexi, how you guys? So y'all rolling in here at the same time. I don't know what YouTube got going on, but yeah, so this maybe baby father, baby mother is trying to feed on your sexual energy, but you been closed that door. Nobody has access to you. You're enjoying your peace, your self-love. Hi everyone, join in. Hit that thumbs up even if it don't resonate. Yeah, but what else I could say? Oh yeah, you probably got this person blocked. They keep trying to, like, you plays no games. You plays no games. Once you cut somebody off, you may be that person who could shut the door easily, right? You don't play when it comes to your energy or your time. Thank you, the Wild Cowgirl music. I fucks with it. Thank you guys who liked it. I'm trying to get my YouTube watch hours up. Oh, thank you, these old things. We had a ball today. I went to grocery shopping, took him to the park. I should have bought bread to feed the ducks and then stopped to get some wine, made him some lunch. I did not take him out the stroller because he has not been taking his nap. And I feel like because we woke up early today, when we wake up early, a baby has to have like a consistent schedule. So right now he's chilling. I made his lunch for when he get up, his late lunch. He probably won't want dinner until like 10 o'clock, but yeah, so this person thought that they could come back and you'll always, you know, because they a baby father or a baby mother, like, the fuck you thought? Yeah, but you're in a self-care energy. You not looking for a fuck. You not looking for a booty call. Because self-care came under cool. You all about loving yourself right now, right? You learning new recipes. You doing things like that. You not wasting your energy. I keep saying sting. What does that mean? Sting. Oh yeah, it's stinging them. Because this person probably is not used to being rejected or passed up or turned away, so they feeling it. They bag about it too. Like, nobody denies me. Like, who the fuck you thought you was? Nobody denies me. Well, who are you? It's plenty fish in the ocean, right? Yeah, you remember, you're not playing. You call judgment upon this person. You're like, no longer will I settle for less. No longer will I accept the short end of the stick. Yeah, you moved on. That shit done like 2 people later. The fuck? 2 people. I didn't know. I'm like, oh, I was getting before this like, oh, you plays no games, and this is telling me based on this person. It says child or children or in past, right? So that gives me like baby mother, baby father, maybe ex-husband, ex-wife, energy. So somebody you were once spiritually connected with, right? You had a soul tie with them that you are no longer. Like you said, fuck that. I gave you more than enough chances, right? It ain't no 100th chance. At 99, it was done. You was done. You made up your mind. So, and I think that's, yeah, you accept it. It says take a chance, risk. So you took a risk on yourself. You said, listen, I already know what to expect if I stay in a toxic situation. So let me just take that. I don't know how it could go. It could go in my favor or not, but you still took that leap of faith. This is giving leap of faith. Like, you played your cards accordingly. Okay, I got 1 card left. I could either bet it on this nigga or keep it pushing. And you decide to keep it pushing, right? Bet on yourself. Anytime it's a choice between you or somebody else, you choose you every time. We're not going to choose up when it comes to self, right? Now, when it comes to old patterns, because this is significant, only when, if you know, like, you still have areas that you need to heal, sometimes it be you and people be trying to work with you. So we can be karmic in other people's lives as well. Nobody's perfect. Maybe it's a lesson they needed to learn. But when you're healed from certain things and overcame like relationship trauma and, just accepting anything because you want to say you in a relationship or because you wanted company. I get alkaline. It's just company. Yeah, so you're mirroring each other's self-image. Relationship reflect on wounds. What did I just say? Reflect on wounds, introspection. So these are things that you may be a person who still has some trauma when it comes to relationship, but you're you're focusing on self. So the longer you focus on self, the more valuable you feel, right? You will not be shortchanged again. You're doing the shadow work. You're appreciating yourself. You're realizing like, hey, shit happens. Lessons had to be learned, but as long as you ain't kill nobody or nothing, because you wouldn't be on here, like. But you're doing the self work. This person has yet to do that. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. It's given. We talking about a past energy, but yeah. So this person may be blowing up your phone, like. I want to hear that shit because you plays no games. You don't play when it comes to you. That's one thing I could say. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Also, you're walking towards. You just like and because this person may have came out the woodworks and hit you up, they thought you would fall back into that old pattern with them, like, oh, this person. It was a test, right? You passed because you like, fuck that. I came too far to turn back now, right? If y'all come in and put the thumbs up, thank you guys for showing love. But you like, I came too far to turn back now. I refuse, and you're walking towards new love. You gave that person a chance. Their chance is done. Next in line. Like, that's how that shit go. That's life. It sounds cutthroat, but that's the reality of it. It don't matter how you want to water it down, how you want to sugar it up. Like, it don't matter. What you mean don't lie? It don't matter how you want to sugar it up. Once somebody close the door, it's a wrap. You can't focus on negative and positive at the same time. It's either one or the other. If you're thinking negative, that's exactly what it is. If you're being optimistic about your life and where you're walking towards, you're like, listen, I'm good. I've been keeping my stride. I've been doing my thing. Like, we're not about to self-sabotage now. For what? For what? Hit that thumbs up. Thank you. Whoever watching. Yeah, so the golden male is this person is still self-absorbed, a narcissist, and they not willing to reciprocate the same energy that you gave out. One-sided relationship, love bombing. So yeah, you might be like, oh, maybe, but you're used to that though. So you don't even fall for that shit like, oh, a date, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that. You like, how many times you told me that in the past? Years go by, months go by, and what the fuck, you thought I was sitting there waiting? No, you in that, this person is still self-absorbed, meaning like they actually thought you was waiting on them. the goal of that motherfucker, whoever she or he is, like, with all these bills, you think somebody's sitting there waiting for a love call? Like, get the fuck on, right? Get the fuck on. Yeah. Focus is yourself, your children that you may have with this person, and building your finances. Is giving career, right? It's giving, we trying to, even though the economy be crashing in certain areas, it's going to be people in a broken economy that rise up as well. Let's keep it above. Anytime you see, oh, the Dow Jones went down and dropped over 1 million points, like, just an example, because I'm not sure if they dropped 1 million, but I know they drop a significant percentage. And even we see time and time again, it don't matter what the fuck going on around you, whoever's in this high priestess energy, you will still prosper. So the stock market could be crashing, this could be crashing, that could be crashing, and you still soaring up, you're still ascending. Because you're focused. God told you to do one thing. He said focus on you, what the fuck you got going on in front of you, which is children included, because your children are attached to you. And you're moving towards this new love, self-love, and maybe even an extra, you may be meeting friends, people that genuinely have the same interests as you, and they won't backstab or betray you. Bitches that won't leave you stranded in Mexico or Jamaica, like... You may be meeting people, and I wish that for everybody like that. They have I like when I see real friendships, right? You don't need to do all that fancy shit just to enjoy your friend's company. The reason they're friends is like second family, See, after a certain age, anybody close, oh, that's my fam. Like, unless it's like work, we ain't friends, we co-workers, unless you build that bond, but you may have a co-worker who you built that family type bond with, because I feel like after a certain age, fuck a friend. Oh, that's my, niggas don't say that's my bestie at fucking 100 years old. But they didn't learn them lessons. That's why they lived so long. I feel like once you like actually learn your lessons, okay, you can move on to the next phase spiritually. But that's just my opinion. But if you still 90 talking about a bestie, like that's your sister at this point, or your bro, or that's how I see it. And that's just because my mind be, and I'm not high. You know how when I used to smoke, you know how you think deeply? I be naturally high. So I be thinking like, just from patterns I see, I'm very observant. We know like when a baby is born, somebody dies. You tell somebody that, they like, what the fuck are you speaking that? Like, no, it's just a pattern. You see it. Somebody had to be observant to notice that's a pattern. So my thing is like, after a certain age, ain't no fucking friends. You are the fam, or you let's call it what it is. You a co-worker or whatever. Like, I don't want friends. I want family, people that I could, because friends obviously ain't shit. You can't rely on people. People that leave you busted and disgusted out here. You know how many people, like, I get stuck on this stranded thing. You may have experienced this too, but me personally, I speak about it all the time. Like, from people people don't know how that feel until you in that situation. That make you think like, oh, niggas want to kill me. That really, because if you would do that, what else would you do? You can't trust a fucking lie. you can't trust nobody that wear a mask. And this person that keep trying to pull on your energy and try to save face, they've been exposed already. That's what it's giving. They trying to save face, but they know they've been exposed. They're aware that you know. They just want to just attempt, I guess. I don't know. People just be wasting their time on dumb shit. Like, you know, you've been revealed. That's like Batman showing his face right under the mask. We already saw your face. We already saw your face. So what you thought I was about to be like, oh, Batman, and I know you're around your government now? Like, no. Like, yeah, I saw you. So if I see you outside, I would know you. The what did I say about this dead end situation? Why I just said this, and I always shout. I just laugh because I don't be scared. I just surprise myself. I said, that's chapter been closed, right? What to say? The relationship. You got the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your fucking life. This is what your ancestors and their ancestors are telling them. Like, you focusing on bitches, that's the issue. And yet they ancestors standing up. Yours don't even gotta do nothing. They ancestors popping up. Like, if you don't sit your ass down and come from relationships and stop trying to be that person, like to abandon people and bring hurt, because they probably have brought hurt around many people intentionally. Who the fuck calling me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? If anybody comes in, let me know if you can hear me, because that was Nitro calling. My phone don't ring. My phone don't ring, really. If you come in, just let me know if you can hear me. It'd be like, yeah, I can hear you, or a thumbs up if you can hear. For the one person viewing, can you hear me? Because Nitro just called me trying to interrupt my live. Can you hear me? Yes? No? Maybe so. Like, my phone don't fucking ring. And Nitro, out of all people, what they gonna ask me about the okay, thank you. They're going to ask me about the service at the inspector that came earlier. Like, oh, how would rate your service? One thing I could, thank you for letting me know. One thing I could say about this building, because I haven't lived in a project since I was a child. But one thing I could say about this building, they be on it. You got an issue, they come and fix it. They respond immediately, especially when you have kids or you're elder, they respond here. See, I can't really speak for the projects until now. My experience in the projects now is they come through, they answer the calls. But from other people's, you know how I go, they don't fix shit. So yeah, let's get back into this reading. Unconditional love, we keep getting this self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So yeah, you probably because you're pouring into yourself, you maybe like have had a glow up, or it's starting to exude what you pour into yourself. You know, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. That may be that old person. They see like, oh, you didn't glow up. It's something about you that's a little different. You ain't looking sad. You ain't looking, you know. It's giving nostalgic, right? Don't be nostalgic about somebody you shitted on. Move the fuck forward and miss somebody else. People always miss. They like, oh, they probably thinking about a commitment that could have been, but that time has expired. That's probably what they on. Like, but my thing is, when you have a good person in your life, we know how fucked up the world is. So if you actually have proof that a person is genuine because they've been tested, you know, we all go through testing relationship. If people can't hold on to good shit, you know, everybody on the internet, everybody in person be screaming this and that in real life, like, oh, they want real connections, real relationships. But when they get it, they fumble it. So now that you fumbled it so many times, and well, that person was boring or whatever, people want good shit but don't know how to hold it. You can't give a full gold, you know. All they gonna want to do is show it off. You can't give a fool a rose garden, because they gonna pick the fucking roses, and this is off the dome. They gonna pick them roses and that shit gonna wither up. They not gonna water it again to grow more. They want to pick it because it's beautiful, and now the shit die in like a day or two. Like, that's the difference between you and people. They touch stuff and it turns to shit. You touch stuff and it prospers, right? It grows, it evolves. Just from my experience, I know anything I touch turn to gold. I can make a project look like a mansion. Do not play. You ain't fancy if you don't got the Saratoga water, period. With the EBT, like, do not play. But yeah, people touch shit, turn it to shit. I said people touch shit, turn it to shit. Excuse me. And my baby sleeps, so I could cuss. But yeah, like, okay, you meeting somebody new, dating, getting back out there, playing, set a date, or this is something that's incoming. I don't know how this turns into a love. I've been picking up on like love lately. Maybe it's just why I'd be like trying to decipher. But sometimes when things be for you, it could be up for a million other people. That's why, like, if it resonates, it resonates. But don't be surprised, because let me tell y'all a story. Never mind. I got stories for days. Let me shut up and just stick to the reason. I be getting sidetracked, I swear. But yeah, so look, that date card come out again. So be expectant. You're attracting all things new, and that's included love. Even if you say like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship, or fuck niggas get money. Like, you may be in that person that is give a female energy. You may be like, fuck niggas get money. Like, but yeah, it's coming. Whether you like it or not. And it's up to you. Like, you might be charmed, you know. Ain't nobody too hard. Okay, let me put the date card because it keep coming up. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. So yeah, this is coming in fast. Like, that's the good. This reading was, I don't know. I hate doing readings and then it be that negative past energy. I like to speak positivity, but I just say what comes to my heart and my mind, right? It's like in my spirit. It's not even like it's me. I'm talking, but it's like, that's why the words sometimes flow out so smooth, effortlessly, because I'm picking up on a story and I just said, it's coming whether you like it or not. Then lightning came out saying sudden change, like epiphany, news, shocking news, upheaval, meaning like things being unveiled, you know. Well, congratulations to whoever this is. Okay, let's do like, we've been on here for 22 minutes. I'm ready to eat. I went to the grocery store, found some. I tried Chick-fil-A for the first time when I was in Georgia, like a few weeks ago. Oh, he about to get up. And we had got 2 kids meals with the chicken nuggets and the french fries. Oh, he waking up. We had got the chicken nuggets and the french fries from Chick-fil-A Happy Meal. And I just was like, let me get the Polynesian sauce. When I say they food tasted real good. So today I was in a grocery store and I found Polynesian sauce. I'm like, what the fuck? So I said, let me make me some chicken nuggets and some french fries, right? So I just cut up the chicken, fried them, and I'm making potatoes from scratch. Yeah, so just to end this off on a good note, you're making, hi Jules. I'm about to end it off, but just to end it off, I keep repeating myself. You're making healthy, excuses him if you hear him in the background. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. I love this card because she's holding like a fruit basket, right? Well, I'm not sure if you can see it. She's holding that fruit basket, or it looked like carrots or something. But you know, like when you eating healthy, it signifies clean from the inside out, right? So whatever you're doing for your internal, for your mental, it reflects on the outside. You don't got to be pregnant to glow, you know. Everybody didn't get that experience when they pregnant, like, oh, you glowing. Some people look real dull. When I was pregnant, they like, oh, you glow. Everybody stranger, you're glowing, and you couldn't even tell I was pregnant. It's just I was looking real golden, like, and I was happy. I was content. I was single when I was pregnant, but I'm saying, like, you can still glow as long as you don't have people draining you or you're draining yourself. I told myself, do not stress. I was eating very healthy. I was like, if something did stress me with the hormones, I just disregarded it and distracted myself. So sometimes you have to, I'm just saying what comes to my mind, but sometimes you have to distract yourself with good things. So if your day going to shit, find one thing that you can do to distract yourself in a good way. Not all distractions are bad. I was just talking to some guy, you know, See, people would look at me like this bitch crazy because I be the one to talk to them people that be like obviously almost crazy. But he was like a clean Italian nigga, like, and he was talking about energy. It started with us coming out the grocery store about the a little girl in front of us, and he like, I wish I had that energy. I said, yeah, them days be like almost over, you know, as you get older. And then we started talking because we walk in the same direction, but. He said, yeah, you know how he was talking about his spiritual gifts. And look, you'll meet people along your journey that just like they could sense you and you could sense them. And it's just like an instant. Yeah, I don't got to exchange numbers, nothing, but you would start to attract those people. But we was talking and he was like, yeah, you know, they might say it's delusional. I said, well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with being delusional. Delusional got us this far, right? A tad bit of delusion never hurt nobody. Because it's delusional to believe that you will be a millionaire or actually succeed when the economy is full, and that's delusion, right? So be delusional about yourself. Be delusional about your goals. Like, say some off the wall shit. You may be riding bikes or a scooter, but you dream to have a Lamborghini. Before I leave this earth, I will be driving a Lamborghini. You know, like just whatever the fuck your goal is, say that. Because from the outside looking in, it's going to look like you don't got Lamborghini money, you know. But if you ain't think about that land before you got it, you would not be able to manifest it because that would not be where your energy is, you know, put towards. But yeah, I told him, I said, there's nothing wrong with being a little delusional. But then he started tweaking like when we left. Yeah, people do die from lack of knowledge. That was one of my favorite quotes, Bible quotes. Yeah, people educate themselves. We're talking about self in this situation, making healthier choices, self-love. Some people will tell you, don't love yourself, love an entity that you know nothing about. That, let me ask y'all something. If a group of people, right, were enslaved, right, and their suppressors or oppressors introduce religion, a certain religion to them, and they start following it, and then later on they start shunning people for not following these things, right, and just using it as a guide, right, to discover self. Everything else that the oppressor do is wrong, but this one thing, it stays consistent, that one thing is right. Make it make sense. Once somebody lies, still betray, you can't trust them no more. So anything presented should be questioned. And that's what I encourage people to do on my channel. I encourage people, I don't encourage you to follow or believe what the fuck I believe. I encourage you, because I don't force my religion or nothing upon nobody. I'm not religious. I've practiced that growing up. Now I have free will, right? Before it was like put on me force, like a cult. That's more demonic than people actually telling you, question shit, question everything that come your way so you can find out the truth. You don't need to do what somebody tells you. Go find out that shit by yourself. I don't gotta feed you advice. Half the times with readings, you already know what you need to do. Without faith, yeah, I have faith as small as a mustard seed. Actually, my faith at this moment, my faith has doubled, right? You don't even know what I'm saying. Actually listen to your ears before you shun shit. You should have told the people that oppress you and your bloodline that they were lying. Instead, you adopted their shit. And now you just lies. Like, come off my page with that. If it's against what he's saying is fact, so I'm not disagreeing, then you can move mountains. That's a fact. And that, and in layman's terms, when I was telling the guy, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being delusional, because people will see that as delusional. It don't matter what it looked like from the outside. It starts from within. You had to develop the thought, right? You had to see it somewhere. How you think people, you had to see it mentally first, though. But if your mind is so clouded, you can't create shit. Look at the people that invent stuff. They mind had to not been in a fog to think of an invention. They creators. If the toxicity is taking up space mentally and all that, what's it called? Oh, come on, Buggy. My baby up, you guys. But it was good talking to y'all. You know, continue to love self, find out and seek for yourself, right? Zeus says, I'm about to feed him. Hi, fat man. I made my baby from fries and chicken nugget. He got an attitude. Okay, bye-bye, y'all. Now this is the Holy One. Okay, bye. Deuces.